Okay, we've got a 4-table cast session here, 2 FTP, 2 on stars. We've got pocket jacks in the bottom left table. It's my first hand at the table. Normally I don't like to get too aggressive, especially you're going to see here the opener over raises 4x. Personally, my standard open at the $10 tables on stars is 35 cents. So that's not too big. You know, you get a little extra value by kind of opening a little bigger. Weaker players will call out of position, and you can normally take down pots pretty easy. This is a spot where if you see bets pretty big, I'm just going to fold. I've got another player behind me, so there's not much I can do. I mean, I think it's spewy to call there. Top right hand, watch this button gets kind of crazy here, and he's going to shove into the big blind, who has pretty much the nuts on this flop. Jack 9 into top set. Easy money, easy game. Bottom left table, I'm going to get frisky here with King 9 of diamonds. We get a min raise pretty much in early position under the gun +2. I decide to 3-bet him. And this is a type of hand where I'm not going to mind showing down marginal hand. In this case, this is a flop, second nut flush draw. This is a flop I'm going to bet a high percentage of the time, especially when I'm the aggressor pre-flop. I'm the one who was 3-betting, so I'm going to want to put out a pretty big bet here. Pocket threes in the top right. That's a hand I like to open from cutoff. I don't remember if I open here. Let's see. Oh, it folded to moo. I don't like that. I limped in. I hate doing that. I don't like limping in. I don't know why I did it. And let's see what happens here in the bottom left. It looks like I checked the turn and I checked the river. That's not good. Ooh. Oh yeah, I remember that hand now. He missed his flush draw. Bottom right table I'm going to open with Jack 10 suited. Okay, I remember this hand now in the top right with the threes. I'm going to go ahead and fire here on the turn, and he basically has nothing he can continue with. I'm opening for middle position with the Jack 10 of clubs on the bottom right table. And that's probably going to be good enough to take it down. Yep. Open and everyone folds. My standard raise on full tilt at this level is 90 cents. Once again, larger than the standard 3x, but here we got pocket aces in the bottom right. I should open here for 35 cents. My standard, yep. I never change. I normally don't change it. If I've taken a beat recently in the past few hands, and I'll kind of like try to make, if I get dealt aces or kings after a beat, a bad beat, I'll try to make it look like a standard steam raise. But for the most part, my raises are going to be 35 cents on these $10 tables and 90 cents on the FTP tables. Looks like I come in behind the button with Queen 7 off in the top left. I basically posted my big blind. I remember that hand. We're going to end up checking it down, and he's going to have King high. I decided not to bet, only because it's a board that's not good to bet. If there's a little bit more texture on there, I probably would have fired on the turn. If the board didn't pair, he probably just dumps it because he doesn't have a pair. All he has is King high. Let's see, ace 4 top right. Let's see, we'll call that table 2. Table 2, ace 4 in the big blind. Table 1 will be in the top left. Table 3 will be the bottom right, and table 4 will be the bottom left. I don't like playing King Jack out of position, but I think I distinctly remember calling here. Okay, I remember this hand. I'm gonna call here. I'm new to the table. I don't know what their ranges are, and he's basically min raising me. A flop top pair. I'm pretty much a high percentage of the time gonna lead here. Yep. I'm gonna lead into the razor, and see what he does. That's a scary board. A lot of draw. It's a very drawy board. This is one of those situations where I like to check to him and see what he does. And I think in this situation, he's going to throw out a pot-sized bet. And I felt like he had that board was just really wet. Like, I mean, straight drawy. So, I mean, any queen, any nine, any seven. So I decided to check raise him here to see where he's really at. See how good his draw was. I'd be pretty nervous if he called here, unless another jack fell. But pretty much any other straight card that falls, I'm not gonna like. I've got 8-4 of clubs on table 2. Insta fold, ace 8 of spades under the gun. That's a raise for me at this level. That hand's going to be good a lot. There's a lot of raggy hands that will call you out of position at that level, at this, at these stakes. Oh, top pair, can't blame it. I'm going to c-bet it. It should be 85 cents. 85 cents is my standard c-bet. This is very debatable. Oh, that's a wet board. I think I check here. I got ace queen on the table this here. I think I check here. Yep. Okay, I remember this hand. He's gonna barrel into me. Almost pot size. Yeah, there you go. And I figured, I didn't take this as him having a strong hand. This is a play I would make if I was him. I mean, you're in position. It's a very drawy board. I have the type of hand, which is now essentially a bluff catcher. Top pair with crappy kicker, and there you go. Yeah, see, he had additional outs. He's drawing a 2 pair with the clubs. If he had barreled into me there with like close to pot size bet on the river, I would have folded. If I was him in his position, playing position like that, I would have went for another barrel on the river. If the player's going to call with a weak ace like I had, so be it. But in that spot for me, I can't call. Ace 8 kicker on that board is just not good enough. I'm just glad he checked behind on the river. Would have been tough. But if I was him, that's how I would have played it. I would have barreled again. Ace deuce of hearts in the small blind. This is always a raise for me if it folds around. In a blind versus blind situation, any suited ace is fair game. The only way I'll release it is if I get 3-bet from the blinds. King Jack on table 2. That's a limp. Don't like it. I don't know why I do that kind of stuff. Oh, and it looks like this segment's coming to an end. We'll pick up the action in the next segment.